Do you know Tom Segura? Have you ever watched The First 48? Welcome back, friends. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Feeling pretty good today. I hope you're the same. While you're at it, if you haven't subscribed, why not do that? And then click that thumbs up button for me. One of you out there, and I apologize, I can't rightly remember exactly who it was at this point. When I went through the whole thing about not smashing the like button, he suggested, what about tickling the like button? And while I'm not opposed to it, it can only lead to dancing. So go ahead and click the like button for me. That thumbs up, it does help a lot. Yeah, the Tom Segura thing, I'm sure, is probably a little odd a question. If you don't know who he is, he's a comedian, stand-up comedian. And in one of his older bits now, he talks about a TV show called The First 48, which is one of these police-based reality shows. And he talks about when they go into the interrogation phase of this investigation and how they turn it into a cartoon because they insist on using the suspect's street name. And, you know, whenever one of you nice people out there leave a helpful comment, the only thing, you know, and I want to acknowledge the comment, the only thing I have to go by in most cases are your screen names, which then I think about that comedy bit and it tickles me just a little bit. So I did a video last week about this new one bag in a new line of Brooks bike packing bags that I continually called Scrape. And I couldn't understand why they called it Scrape, but you know, I said it was Scrape. On the website I listed it as Scrape. And Corina 48, Mississippi John Hurt sang a song called Corina, Corina, didn't he? Yeah. Yes, he did. Corina 48 let me know that it's actually Scape. Like escape, I guess. Which I don't know is any better, quite honestly. And I'm starting to think that maybe Scrape would have been better. I don't know. But thanks, Corina. We minimized me embarrassing myself by calling the bag the wrong name. So thanks for that. Hey, are ads showing up on these videos? I mean, honestly, I don't make a habit of going back and watching these things once I post them for probably obvious reasons. I see quite enough of myself during the editing process. You edit these videos? Yeah, I do. But let me know down in the comments if there are ads showing up on these videos, because I did dip into one for whatever reason, and it showed me an ad prior to the video starting. So this also is a great opportunity for me to mention to you that for as little as $3 a month, you can watch all of this content ad-free on Patreon. And the link is down in the description. So on Wednesday, James Johnson from Tanglefoot Cycles and Discord Components and Fifth Season Canvas, and of course his bike shop, he and Candace's bike shop, Analog Cycles, is going to be on the big show. We did a video call last week, and we touch on quite a lot of stuff, actually. And it was a good talk, and I think you'll enjoy it. So look for that on Wednesday. The The international growth continues. We got another subscriber and another member of the community, this time from Italy, Ventu Ventu. Hello, Ventu Ventu. And whenever something like that happens, I mean, I guess first of all, the first feeling is kind of astonishment, and then the next is gratitude. I'm always very grateful for everybody out there that watches the content, and I've said it a million times, and I will continue to say it, that you leave the nicest comments on the videos. But then it starts to make me remember the trips that I've been lucky enough to take, and one of them was to Italy. I did a Trek travel trip back in, I think 2011, and we spent 5 or 6 days riding through Tuscany, and it was just gorgeous, unbelievably beautiful. And I would recommend it to anyone. A word of warning, there are no flat roads in Tuscany. It's all rolly, but unbelievably beautiful, and great food and warm people. And so, Ventu Ventu, hello. I love your country. And then that got me thinking about the trip I took to Spain a couple of years before that. And I try not to think about things in terms of regret all that often. But I think the closest thing that I might come to a regret was when I was in Spain. I was going for, again, another one of these Trek travel trips, but I was traveling alone. So once the trip was over, I was just going to go back to the airport and get on the plane and fly home. But I started looking at the map, and I thought I could just get on the train, and I don't know how long it would have been. It couldn't have been more than 2 or 3 hours to the south of France. And I thought, boy, I could bump around there and then get on the train and go to Paris and do the, Clark Griswold family vacation, take a look around, go to De Gaulle, and fly home from there. And I didn't do it. So that's something that doesn't gnaw at me, but I do sometimes wish that I had taken that chance and done it. But like I said, I was traveling alone, and it just seemed like not the thing to do. But it does bring me to my new friend, Seg, who I've mentioned in some of these videos in the past, who she said she lives close to Brest, which, of course, is home of, or, one of the stops in Paris, Brest, Paris, one of the classic spring cycling races. But Seg got herself a Bridge Club frame, and she emailed me a question regarding how different tire sizes would affect the geometry of the bike. And I answered her question, but I think I can probably expand on that answer just a little bit. And in her example, she was talking about going from a 27.5 by 2.2 to a 27.5 by 2.8, and would that affect the geometry? And I think the answer is no. It may affect the standover slightly when you go to that bigger tire, but it shouldn't affect the handling of the bike really in any way, because you're operating within the range that bike was designed for. Really, where you get into problems is when you try to make the tire too narrow. Both from a bike handling perspective and also from the perspective of, how wide is that rim that you're using, and what's the appropriate width tire for that rim. So if you took that Bridge Club that can run 27.5 wheels or 700C wheels, and you put a 700C wheel on it, but instead of using like a 42 millimeter wide tire up to the 45 or 47 that the the bike will take. I can't remember now. And instead tried to run like a 32 millimeter wide tire on it, then I think you'd see some adverse effects from a handling perspective. So in my mind, the jeopardy is always trying to go too narrow and not too wide. As long as you're operating within the range that the bike was designed for, then I think, you're going to be fine. I get questions when I first started doing a lot of Surleys. People would look at long haul truckers, and the stock tire that came on the trucker back then, Continental called it a 37, but it was really closer to a 35, which seems positively skinny to me now. And some people would want to know, well, how narrow of a tire can I run? Which was, to me, the absolute, you're going in the wrong direction with that question. But that was back when, a lot of people still thought that narrower was faster. So, yeah, as long as you're running the width of tires within the range that the bike was designed to take, no problems. Have fun. Have fun building the bike, Seg. I hope that she said she had a friend that was going to help her with that, and yeah, it'll be a good learning experience for you. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoy the show on Wednesday. I'm sure I will mention this again, but if during that kind of talk that we had, if you come up with any questions on that video, make sure you put them in the comments below, and if I can't answer them, I will have James answer them. Hope you have a great week. Let's make the most of today. Until next time, be nice, work hard, ride bikes, play music when you can. I'll talk to you soon.